Hi! Welcome to my first ever live stream that I'm doing by myself. I thought long and hard about what I wanted to do, and I've decided to do a tier list today. These are super fun. I've done a few of like movies and stuff with some friends, but I've never done it by myself. And I'm super excited. So today I have I'll explain, but basically what happened is I found a tier list called like Z-list Celebrities UK edition, and I had no idea what that means. I've never seen these people in my life. I doubt you have either. But if there's one thing about America, we hate the Brits. So instead of just ranking these celebrities, because I feel like that's unfair, I don't really know them. I don't want to rank them on anything that's real because I feel bad. So I'm going to be ranking these people based on how likely they are to survive an apocalypse. I've created my own categories here. First to go, first to go. There's going to be one person in this category. Alternatively, we have alive, but not for long. There's going to be one person in this category, the lone survivor of this list of British people. Notice how it says, but not for long. None of these people are going to be the last to survive a zombie apocalypse. Let's be real, okay? I feel like we can all agree on that. None of these people are lasting very long. However, somebody's got to be first and somebody's got to be last. So, for that reason, I have alive but not for long. In the middle here, we have the people who should have been the first to go, died shortly after the first to go. Then we have these people in the valiant effort. Congrats. They are the folks that could have won but didn't. And yeah, that's what we're going with for our tiers here. So we're gonna just get right into it. So let's start with this guy here. I don't know who this is. He's definitely not the first to go. I'm just gonna say that. He looks like he would be a sports commentator. Perhaps soccer or rugby or one of those other British sports. I mean, if I'm being honest, he looks like every other like college football commentator. I'm gonna assume that he does commentating of some sort for the purposes of the zombie apocalypse ranking. I'm gonna give him valiant effort. Congrats. I feel like he probably deserves to win. I feel like maybe a zombie would kill him because he got too cocky. You know, he's probably traipsing through London or something and is like mowing down the zombies. But as he's like standing over a body, he thinks he got them all. He's looking around like, ooh, look at me. Bam. Gets him. Comes up from behind. Maybe. How do zombies even kill people? Do they like bite you? I don't actually know how zombies kill people. This is very quite an embarrassing development. I don't know how zombies actually kill people, but I feel like this zombie that's gonna kill this dude is probably just gonna hit him really hard with something funny, like a Louisville Slugger or like a guitar. But yeah, enough about this guy. Let's go on to this guy. Alternatively, if this guy's a sports commentator, this guy plays sports. Look at this guy. He plays sports. He thinks he is God's gift to the earth. I feel like he would be insufferable. He is probably the guy who like drives a sports car to the grocery store and then never puts his card away. Leaves it there. Just out in the open. So for that reason, I'm putting him in should have been first. Just because he looks like he's so dislikable. Unlikable, dislikable. He doesn't have a personality. Drives a sports car, leaves his car out in the aisle. Now, this woman also looks like a talk show host, perhaps. I'm feeling better vibes about her than I am about him. He's my least favorite so far, but we've only gone to 3 people. Don't cheat and look ahead. This woman, her outfit is questionable. Like, what is this piece of jewelry? Can we get a little zoom in on this? I don't know what that piece of jewelry is. It looks like maybe a big heart or something. I'm not a super huge fan of it. But I mean, orange is a bold color. So she's obviously very brave. I don't know, I'm not feeling too strongly either way. I don't think that she would be the first to go, but I also don't think that she would be the last. I don't know, I'm feeling like she'll be towards the middle. She's definitely dying before this guy, but after this guy. So I'm gonna put her there. Maybe if I feel strongly about any of the other people, I might move her around. But for now, we're putting her there. We're gonna call her Sandy because she kind of looks like Olivia Newton-John. So, Sandy, congrats. Valiant effort, congrats. This person looks younger than Sandy. She looks like she's written a few romance novels. And maybe that would say, oh, she can't survive an apocalypse. But I'm feeling like she can. Dare I say, I feel like she'd survive longer than this guy, except this isn't letting me put him. Okay, there we go. Dare I say, I feel like she'd survive. I need to name these people. So we've got Sandy. This guy is. What's like a good sports commentator name? Bart. I'm feeling strongly that his name is Bart for my purposes. Sandy, you're not surviving longer than Bart. Bart, you are not surviving longer than. Jill. She looks like a Jill. Which is funny because I have an Aunt Jill who doesn't look anything like this. But Jill, the romance novelist, she's obviously very smart. Maybe she's written a romance novel set in a zombie apocalypse and she knows. She knows how it works. She might even be the last to be alive. Dare I say. So we're gonna put her there. This girl looks like a Kardashian. Like, is this not Khloe Kardashian? Is that her name? One of them. One of their names. That is who she looks like. She looks like a housewife. somebody that's not very capable in a zombie apocalypse. So I'm gonna put her here. Next to, I didn't name him. Chloe is next to I want to say like Chad, but I feel like it's too predictable, you know. Chad. I'm drawing a blank on this guy. We'll come back to him later. But Chloe, you're not gonna be around for very long. This guy, this looks like a picture from like the 90s. This guy is probably like old and gray by now. I'm gonna name this guy Mark. I feel like that's a very safe, generic name. He almost looks like he's giving me like David Hasselhoff vibes for whatever reason. Like when he played that lifeguard in the SpongeBob movie. And I feel like he'd be kind of capable in a zombie apocalypse, except for upon first impression, I feel like he'd be one of the first to go. Not the first, but maybe should have been first. But I don't know. I'm conflicted about this one. I'm very conflicted about Mark. I'm gonna leave him here. I'm gonna go against what I said about not looking ahead. I'm leaving Mark here. Going on to this guy. This guy looks like a goofball. He looks like he would be a contestant on Big Brother. His name would be Lucas. Lucas doesn't look very capable. I don't see him surviving longer than either of these people. Actually, I'll give him, he's longer than Chloe. Lucas is longer than Chloe. What did I name this guy? I didn't name him. Ugh. If this is Mark, he kind of looks like a Mark too. Maybe this is like Mark S and Mark T. Mark T would be around longer than Mark S, I think. Not longer than Chloe. So Chloe's gonna stay there. Now on to this guy. This guy looks like he is part of the mafia. But not like the Godfather mafia, maybe like a nerdy mafia. Whatever that would be. I feel like he might be the first to go. Look at his face. Look at that smolder. He is compensating for something. He is balding up here. His beard is ugly. He almost looks like his personality is like Pitbull, except he doesn't have the facilities to back that up. Like Pitbull acts like Pitbull, rightfully so, because he's Pitbull and he has every right. This guy's not Pitbull. This guy is Tony. Tony can't do anything for himself. Tony probably has a lot of money and maybe he like funds the mafia, or at least like he thinks he does. He thinks that like the mafia relies on him, but they don't. The mafia doesn't care about Tony. Okay, moving on. This woman, I feel like I've seen her face before. This woman is an intelligent business woman. She has a lot of money. She probably is very politically active and uses her money for such purposes. I'm gonna name her I'm gonna name her I was feeling Lynn, but now I'm gonna say Cheryl. I think that Cheryl's winning it all. My money's on Cheryl. Just look at her. Like, she has money. She looks like she uses it for good. If she doesn't use it for good, she uses it for bad. It's the alternative. So she's either an evil genius and would win because of that, or she's not an evil genius and would win because of that. Cheryl, my money's on you, girl. I'm feeling very good about this middle section here. I'm feeling very good about all of this, actually. The only thing I'm caught up on is, what did I name this guy? Mark. This is Lucas. I misnamed Lucas. This is still Mark T though, and this can be Mark S. This is Lucas. Sorry, Lucas. You're insignificant. I forgot your name. My apologies. I'm gonna make a bold decision here, and I'm gonna say that Mark S is going to die before Mark T. I'm starting to change my mind about Mark T. He does not fit with the rest of these people. Like, why did I ever think that Chloe was gonna survive longer than Mark T and Mark S? No, I'm committed. Sticking her there. This woman, she's like Sandy, but in a different font. This woman and this woman, they're in it together. However, I do think she would survive longer than Sandy. We're gonna name her Kelsey. Kelsey, you're surviving longer than Sandy, but I feel like you two would go. They would be hiding in the apocalypse together, and the zombie would just like see Kelsey first and kill her. Well, they would see Sandy first because of like her orange outfit and blonde hair, and then they would kill Kelsey right after her. Then we've got this guy. This guy, I hate that there's an odd number of people here. We've got 10 up here, 1 down here. So no matter where I put him, it's gonna be uneven. Oh, now I can't even put him back down there. I think I'm gonna do something bold here. I think I'm gonna make another tier. And I'm gonna put him up here. Look at him, he's got a microphone. Maybe he does like stand up or something. What if it's like a Hunger Games situation and this whole zombie apocalypse is televised? He is the Caesar of this cinematic universe that we've got going on down here. The Z-list Brits. So I think he's Caesar. Oh. Caesar. Is that how you spell Caesar? I don't know. Caesar. Caesar is gonna be our witty commentator. He probably also dies eventually. Actually, no. this isn't going to be like the Hunger Games. This is going to be just like zombie apocalypse breaks out organically. Nobody's behind it, just happens. Caesar is a stand-up comic, and he would be like holed up in his apartment somewhere, like Twitch streaming or like YouTube streaming his stand-up acts because everyone in England is being eaten by zombies. So he has to turn to an international audience. People are gonna like absolutely go crazy over Caesar. Like, especially like Americans, we will eat this up watching Caesar commentate his way through a zombie apocalypse. We will love him, but he will die eventually. I think that's my final ranking. Cheryl's gonna be the last alive, followed by, I forget what I named this girl. I don't remember her name. Followed by Bart, Kelsey, and Sandy. Then Mark S, Mark T, Lucas, and Chloe, and then Sal. Sal's the first to go. He won't even make a valiant effort. So, that's my tier list, you guys. And let me know if you agree with me. If you don't agree, I don't want to hear it because this is objectively correct. And that's really all I have to say. So, see you later.